Hello, 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 beautiful unicorns. How are you all doing on this magnificent Tuesday? Yana Kasperczak coming into you live with another story time with myself, Yana Kasperczak, as I do these live videos on my personal page on Facebook every single Tuesday around 11:45 a.m. Eastern time-ish. And today I'm a little bit late because there's a lot of things that I needed to do and complete, and here I am. So without further ado, it has been as your certified professional performance and spiritual awakening core energy coach, mindset coach, it has been my soul's purpose to help women, to help you get your shit together so you can break free from the mental prison that you find yourself in and build a life and or a business, a career that you're not only proud of, but excited to wake up to every single day, no matter what is happening and no matter how big the challenges might be for the day, that you are there and you are present for yourself and for your business and for your life and for your career or everything and anything in your life. And some days it is easier said than done. And this is why today's topic that I wanted to bring and share and conversate about with each and every one of you is why it's okay to not be okay. And there are numerous reasons why it's okay to not be okay, but I will just share just 6 of these reasons with you. And as always, whenever I'm sharing a specific reason, there's more that comes through for me to share that I have knowledge of or expertise about. So let's get right into it, shall we? So the first reason why, so let's just talk about this, that in the world that we're all living in, there is this subliminal or unconscious push that pushes us to be constantly happy or constantly having to be productive, or this massive illusion and expectation of we must all be perfect. And it's completely okay. And it's actually important to acknowledge that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be perfect or not be perfect all the time, that it's more than okay to not be happy all the time, or to be productive, or always having to be doing or achieving or accomplishing something every waking minute of the day, or every day of your week, or every week of your life and year and month. It's just the expectations are simply unrealistic. And it causes so much internal friction and stress, catabolic energy that destroys us, that eats away and destroys our cells, because that is what catabolic energy is. The way that I like to describe catabolic energy is, think of it as a cannibal. And as a cannibal, you're literally destroying and eating yourself away by breaking down the system. And when we normalize that it's okay to not be okay, it's okay that today is not the day that I'm going to be happy-go-lucky, my typical normal self, that today I'm going through other things, it allows for that part of us to exist and allows more of the anabolic energy to come in. And the anabolic energy, it builds, it restores, it is the healing energy. It creates the cells that are healthy instead of the catabolic is creating the sick cells and killing off cells. So just reminding yourself to be patient and compassionate with yourself and give that to yourself as if you would to your best friend, to the person that you care about. Now, here's the first reason why it's okay to not be okay. This is part of human experience. It is your emotions, your feelings, the roller coaster ride of the ups and downs of what we refer to as life. It is part of human experience. And the sooner that we stop resisting this human experience and existence, the easier it will become. We will start to notice ourselves becoming more accepting of all feelings and emotions without banishing or putting any of them in a corner saying, I don't want you, I don't need you. We don't like to feel torn apart, but when we're not accepting a certain part of ourselves, how you are feeling today. Maybe today you're feeling all sorts of negative ways. And the more that you resist it, the harder it will be and the more you will feel and the longer it will stay. But the more that you allow it to be and you accept it and you connect to that feeling and emotion and question it and try to understand it for yourself, the easier it will be for you. So that's not something that anyone can do for you, nor would you want anyone to do that for you, because you would know how to do that for yourself after the fact. So take the time to understand what you're feeling, what you're going through, what you're dealing with. And once you do, everything just becomes so much more clear and understanding in ways that what you're going to be doing after the fact, what you're going to be, or even during, what you're going to do or need to do and choose to do that will help you to get through this moment where you are not okay, that you're dealing or going through some things. Emotions, both positive and negative, are part of being a human. There is no ifs or buts about it. So accepting all of your feelings allows you to experience life more fully, where you're not resisting or denying yourself even feeling that sadness and grief that you might be, or even feeling that overwhelm that you need to feel. If you don't allow yourself to feel those things, they're not going to go away. They're not going to disappear. You can distract yourself. You can busy yourself with things here or there or everywhere, but you're not dealing with what needs to be dealt with. And it will come back stronger and harder. And the more you ignore it, the harder it will be for you to deal with it. It's like if you put off making a call, the scary call, it will just become scarier and scarier and scarier because your mind will start to embellish the things that are not the truth, but embellish it in a way that it will tell you this is the truth and this is how big the monster is now. So another second reason why it's okay to not be okay or to not feel okay every day and all the time is recognizing that what you're going through, those feelings and emotions, is an opportunity for growth and evolution. Especially if you choose and allow yourself to go within and understand what's coming up for you. Every struggle and challenge that you're going through and dealing with and overcoming, more often than not, it leads to personal growth and self-discovery, because you get to discover so much about yourself in ways of who you are being versus who you truly are. And when you embrace tough times, you will discover your inner strength and you will gain new perspectives. You will get closer to who you're meant to be and who you're working towards becoming by overcoming and seeing these struggles, these challenges, these moments where you don't feel like you are okay as opportunities for growth. So the third reason why is you get to see who you truly are. Therefore, you see the true, authentic you. And acknowledging your true feelings will foster your authenticity. It will allow you to be honest with yourself, and most importantly, honest with yourself, and also, secondly, honest with others in your life. You will build much deeper and genuine connections with people in your life, but first and foremost with yourself. Because up until this point, you might have, chances are, not might have, you have been lying to yourself a lot and saying things are okay when they're not okay. That's a lie. That you got this, even though currently you don't got this, but you will get this, but momentarily you're not. Just to name a few, and many, many other different ways how you have lied to yourself, where I will do this today, and then you don't actually do it, and maybe you forget to do it, and your subconscious remembers that you lied to yourself, so therefore you have created a habit of lying to yourself and getting away with it. And then, of course, it becomes much harder to rely on yourself because you have conditioned yourself to not even believe the things that you say to yourself. The number 4 reason why it's okay to not be okay is that when it comes to your mindset, when it comes to your mental health, suppressing negative emotions is harmful. It is harmful to your mental health. But when you accept and process and work through these emotions, not only does it reduce stress, it improves your overall well-being, and on top of that, you get to know your true self, and you continue on your healing journey, and you get closer to who you're working towards becoming. So the 5th reason is you actually connect with your own empathy and build a connection with yourself and or with others, especially if you're sharing your struggles with a tribe that you're part of, or with a community you're part of, or maybe you're working with a coach or with a therapist, or you're working with an expert that is helping you. When you share these things, you create a sense of community and safety and support with yourself, with others who are on the same or similar journey as you, and with those that you're working, with those that you're trusting to help you become the best version of yourself and reach that self-mastery and that evolution that you're trying to work towards. And it also helps others to feel less alone on their own challenges and struggles. That's why we have created this tribe, this community for women who, it's called Heal the Unicorn, Emotional Healing and Spiritual Growth for Women who are on the same journeys and similar journeys, similar and yet the same journeys, and the same and yet similar journeys, because we're not all on the same identical journeys. I know it's like back and forth, right? Confusing, but at the same time, once you start growing and evolving, you will recognize that you are on your own journey, and yet it is similar or almost identical to others, and yet it is not. It is unique to you because you are a unique one kind of a being that has never ever existed nor will ever exist. There's just one you, always has been and always will be in the existence, in the universe. So when you connect and share what you're going through, as many women have been doing so in this this group. And then we also have the sacred circle that creates a much more safer space for women on Zoom to do those things as well, to share what they're going through, the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever it is, and having this space to express it. It fosters connection and empathy that they have not been able to find anywhere else. So the last thing that I want to share as to why it's okay to not be okay, why you're not a robot, you're not a machine, you are a human being, is that through everything that you're going through, you are building and creating resilience. You are becoming a more resilient human being by embracing your emotions, and especially including the difficult ones. You are going to build resilience. You're going to grow thicker skin, is another phrase. You become someone stronger than you previously were because you weren't even aware of who you could potentially become. And you do so by going in within, by answering a call that is called your emotions when you're feeling it, and talking with it and understanding that emotion or those emotions, because more often than not, it's more than just one. When you're feeling overwhelmed, it's not just the overwhelm, but what are the feelings and emotions that are under this umbrella that we refer to as overwhelm. There's fear, there's worry, there's stress. I feel like I am not good enough, or I'm not doing enough, or that I feel like a failure, or I feel like I'm an imposter, or that nobody cares, nobody loves me. All of those can fall under the umbrella of overwhelm. So digging deeper and sitting with that understanding is going to help you, but not dwelling on it, but looking at that emotion as a teacher that is teaching you a lesson, as if you're sitting in the classroom, and learning all the good that comes out from that emotion, from that teacher, from that lesson. And most of you will most likely find yourself struggling or not knowing how to do this work. And this is where I would actually recommend reaching out to an expert that can help you to work through those that you feel comfortable with. That expert that helps you to feel safe and seen and heard and understood, and allows you to be where you are, meets you where you are, and at the same time helps you to move out of that space and out of that place. If you are finding yourself constantly in your past and you're simply not able to get past it, there's different experts for that. You're going to be looking for a therapist or a psychiatrist, and in that realm. If you find yourself yo-yoing and you meaning that you find yourself in the past and yet you are ready to build your future and you're working toward building your future, and you have done some things or a lot of things towards the future that you want, then you're going to be looking for someone who is a coach or a mentor or a counselor, someone who will give you what you need in order for you to get to where you want to get to. And a coach is typically going to be the one that is going to be walking beside you and helping you through the process, but not holding your hand. You don't want the hand holding. You want to be able to stand on your own 2 feet and use your arms and legs to move the way that you want to move, but with the right support and guidance from the person that feels right for you. And when you embrace your feelings and emotions, especially difficult ones, it will equip you with the right tools to navigate the future hardships with much greater strength and understanding. If you believe, and I've come across women who believe that once I overcome this feeling and emotion, this obstacle, I will never experience it again. then I don't want to burst your bubble, but I will burst your bubble because I believe honesty is the most important, and it's one of my values. So I will be honest with you, and I will tell you that it's just not going to happen, because you cannot ever banish any kind of feeling or emotion that you have access to, that creates the human existence. But what you can look forward to is knowing exactly what to do and how to do it, that it no longer has the hold on you that caused you to feel pain and suffering beforehand. That is what I can promise you. That is what I can guarantee that you will experience, that you will no longer feel at the mercy of the emotion. You will be in control and you will be in charge. That you will feel in your core that you got this, that no matter what happens, you will come on top and you will be the winner, if you will. Because you know, no matter what you're going through, you're going to learn a shit ton of things. And sometimes it's not going to be easy. And those things that are not easy, those are the ones that will be so much, you will appreciate them so much more. Because by going into combat with it is the phrase that comes to mind, that you will feel like you have earned whatever it is that you were in combat with. When it comes to you not feeling okay, when you go to fight for yourself and you feeling okay, you will feel the right to feel happy and to be happy. And that way you start to reprogram yourself and being happiness. Yes, of course, there's going to be moments where you still won't feel okay and you still won't feel fully happy, but those become opportunities for your growth and evolution. So remember that it's absolutely okay to not be okay, and allow yourself the grace to feel and to process and to heal. Your feelings and emotions are valid. And take the time that you need to acknowledge those feelings and emotions. It is a crucial step that will move you towards the holistic well-being of yourself and acceptance of all parts of who you are today. And at the same time, recognize that you are not limited to who you are today, that you will continue to grow and evolve to get closer to who you are meant to be. And part of you already knows, but that's the subconscious part that already knows. And then the conscious part only knows a little bit, itty bitty part of it. That is all that I have for you, beautiful souls, today. Thank you very much for listening, for watching. I will be responding to all the comments later on. I'm pretty sure they're not showing up on my device on here, as it's been an interesting experience with doing live videos through my phone. It doesn't show me all the comments. But anyways, that's besides the point. I get to see them afterwards. Stay nice and cool and away from the heat as much as possible. Enjoy the AC if you have it, and if not, find ways to keep your body temperature as low as possible. Until we see each other either tomorrow on Heal the Unicorn podcast that Bethany and I will be doing in our Facebook group. We go live at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time in the Facebook group Heal the Unicorn, Emotional Healing and Spiritual Growth for Women. So we'll either see you then, or I will see you next Tuesday for another one of these story time with myself, Yana Kasperczak, where I'll be sharing another story with you all that is typically different from each and every story that I have shared previously in one way or many others. And until we see each other again, have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.